In the next few verses 25 to 31, there's mention of typical sacrifices humans perform. Let's take a look at the list of things that are mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, then maybe discuss later in the next episode what's the philosophy behind it. But let's take a look first at the list that Bhagavad Gita provides. This list is from 2,500 years, 3,000 years ago, but they are pretty much applicable today. So the number one thing is sacrifice of one's acquired wealth. So the wealth that through our actions we have acquired can be given as an offering to the deities in the form of money or in the form of some precious metals like gold or silver. That's number one. Number two is offering our body itself in the form of some suffering. That's considered a big sacrifice. That's through Anga Pratakshanam is one of them. Some take some spear and poke it right through their cheeks or through their tongues or in the backs, and that is considered and then they walk for miles with that pain while they are thinking about their favorite deities, and that is considered a form of sacrifice. That's two. The third one is not listening to music. I once ran into fellow students when I was a graduate student as a teenager back in India. They were Buddhist monks, and I was curious about many things about what they do in their lives. One of the things that I asked was, what kind of music do you like? In chorus, there were like 5 or 6 of them wearing the same kind of colored robes. In unison, they almost like reflex reaction yelled out, "No, we don't listen to music. It's considered intoxication. We avoid music. It's not appropriate for ascetics like us." That's the third one. The fourth is not singing any music or not playing any instruments. Not singing, not for someone like me, I sing for fun, but not a great singer. Me giving up singing is not considered probably a sacrifice. Exponents of music decide that they are going to sacrifice that skill to the deities. That's 4. The fifth one is consuming food. So many of us have fasting days. Some do on Tuesdays, some on Thursdays, some on Sundays, some do on all day, all those 3 days, or even other days. That's a form of sacrifice. In fact, some sages can sacrifice food altogether by appropriately breathing the right amount of air in the right environment and using just the air as the nourishment for the body. They may not be muscular, but they can sustain life. So those are the 5 that are mentioned together. But in addition, there is one other thing that's mentioned. Learning the scriptures and reading the scriptures in a strict, disciplined way is in itself a sacrifice. Pranayama is a sacrifice because regulating our breath through proper inhalation and exhalation, we sacrifice some of the breaths. So that is mentioned as a sacrifice. So all these sacrifices are considered good, and they all are supposed to cleanse our mind and remove the impurities from us. We can pick the one that is suitable for us. Bhagavad Gita says in the next verse 31 that people who sacrifice any of these things on a regular basis know and feel as though they are consuming amrit when they are sacrificing. So it must be good feeling when we sacrifice. Bhagavad Gita goes one step further and emphasizes that if you do not sacrifice, peace will be difficult for you on this earth. May sound dogmatic to some of us, but simple sacrifices Bhagavad Gita mentions, we can try it out and see if we do feel like we are taking amrit when we perform those sacrifices.